Okay, guys, welcome to another episode, another setup for Let's Think About It. I know we've gone through more setups than podcasts this month,
Have we?
but
This year, actually, if you think about it.
yeah, but we're trying to get better at it and we're trying to
We
bring you
always say this.
quality
Let's just show
content.
actions
But
over.
before we start today, this podcast is being taken care by Ghost Visuals, a good friend who runs this company. He has reached out to us to start helping us with our content because he said that your video quality is pretty shitty, so we're trying to change that. Hopefully, you guys see the difference. Now, coming back to today's topic. Today's topic is
That's a
actually
very, like you gave a shout out, but very aggressively. I think they
yeah.
deserve a nicer,
No, but
nice
they're very
peeps,
they're
nice
very good at
peeps.
what they do, right? So, anyways, we only work with the best. Coming back to the podcast today, it's about like you guys have seen, our recent content has been about daycares. That's because we have started helping not just people that want to build or scale daycares, but also that want to enter the business. This video or this podcast is about the cost analysis for opening a commercial daycare location in BC, specifically in Surrey, Langley, Lower Mainland
And don't get
neighborhoods
your hopes up. Always have these timelines in mind
that we
because,
will talk about today. Yeah.
this is a hands-on experience.
Yeah, so let's talk about the basics first,
Right.
and maybe let's talk about what we did for the process because we actually did it, so it'll be easier to talk about. So first things first is finding a location. It took us more than a year to find the location that we're in right now,
Longer than that.
and another year ongoing paying lease and construction costs. So we'll talk about all that. We found this deal, and it was a very aggressive offer we made because there were 5 other offers on the table. The only way we were able to get our offer accepted, it's in prime Cloverdale neighborhood, Cloverdale downtown, very close to our office, real estate office. Anyways, coming back, we had to waive off our commissions. We had to start paying rent almost right away, no commencement period,
Yeah.
which is typically 3 to 6 months. But when landlords know that their property is suitable for daycare, especially the play area, it really changes everything. So we had to be very aggressive. We beat out all the other offers. People were pissed off, but it is what it is. That's the business you're in.
No, we get pissed off here and there, but it's
Yeah.
just the circle of life.
Circle of life. Okay, so that was it. I locked down the location. Obviously, Kabir is an expert when it comes to zoning and studying land and things like that. So we did our due diligence on it before we got started. But there were a few mistakes we made
Massive mistakes.
that's costing us thousands of dollars every month.
Every day.
I should say tens of thousands of dollars every month.
Yeah.
But,
So the mistake that we made that I
Yeah.
would highly recommend to not obviously make because you can save yourself a lot of money by watching this video is that we took a 2-week grace period for subjects. So we thought we do a walkthrough, we talk to the city, we look at the zoning, and that's all we need. But that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
You should have your tradespeople ready. You should have your builder, or if you're the one
Architect.
who wants to start doing it yourself, you have to be all hands on board in those 14 days. You should be able to cut a few holes to see the electrical wiring. The biggest thing I would tell you just off the hand, it was we had to change the entire wiring downstairs because it was the old wiring.
yeah,
that
which we didn't anticipate. So
we
that was
had no idea.
that was a surprise cost. Yeah.
Costed $8,500. Just one thing that was our mistake, and me and my the builder that we hired, we were under the impression that we will be able to get a certain timeline achieved in that time period, but it's city's timeline is never the right timeline.
So
with
let's
that
talk more
advice.
about that. So yeah, so location is locked down. You've done your due diligence. Don't make the mistake we
You want
made
to have at least 30 days, in my opinion.
just for the due diligence.
Especially for
Yeah.
large scale daycare. From large scale, I mean if it's over 20 plus, because the lease prices can vary from 35 to 40 bucks a square feet plus triple net. Just to put in reference, if you times up at 2,000 times 40 is about 80,000 a year.
6,600 a month. Yeah,
Yeah,
more or
give
less.
or
Yeah.
take, plus triple net. Triple net is the
Another
operational
1,000, 1,500 bucks.
expenses
Yeah.
that you have to pay for the landlord because these leases are airtight and it favors the landlord. But again, you make money out of these leases. That's why they're operational expense you have to take care of. So you want to take at least 30 days. And I feel like just to get a response from Fraser Health, from city officials, you need that timeline and you want to have your basics ready in terms of who you want to hire for electrical, plumbing, structural, so you can kind of bring them in, do the tours with them.
Yeah.
They'll be able to tell you what you need to do, what you need to avoid once your plans are approved.
Talking about the process, we'll take a step back. So there's not just city involved Basically, there's
There's like 10 different departments.
yeah, so the basic ones you need to know about. Number one is, of course, the city check the zoning. It allows daycare and all that. Number second is your local health authority. So, for example, in Lower Mainland, it's Fraser Health. In Vancouver, it's Vancouver Coastal Health. So, doesn't matter, like wherever you are, local health authority will be the ones that will be giving you the license. They take in the business application. City basically backs onto what the architect does, what Fraser Health says before they give you the licensing to open. So, it's like a lot of moving pieces, and you have to sync everything together.
And then
right?
once your application's in place, you need a registered architect. You can't work with a planner. You need a stamp on the plans.
Yeah.
These plans have to be approved by the local authorities first. Then the city looks at it. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
We sent our plans in January, but since we didn't have the stamp from Fraser Health, the plans were not considered till March.
Yeah.
So we wasted a lot of time there.
2-3 months there, yeah.
So you have to make sure this is on track, on par with your expectations, with your timelines, with the officials. Once you have the plans ready, there's 4 different people that are involved, which is structural engineer, which is an older building. There's mechanical, there's plumbing, there's electrical, and then you also have to make sure your builder is, complying with everyone. So there's about 5 to 7 departments. There's revisions that the city will ask. We thought initially it's going to take 4 months?
4 to 6 months.
City's website, it says 8 to 12 weeks, which is 3 to 4 months.
That's for TIs, tenant improvements, right? Yeah.
But it took us almost a year actually from getting the lease to now.
Yeah.
Autobad, there's construction that starts. So construction can cost you from anywhere, just a ballpark, from 100,000 to 150,000.
Right.
At a scale of 22,000 to
How much is that per square foot if we were to do the math on that?
It's about...
So let's say 150?
Yeah, just
for 2,000 square feet?
125 for 2,000 square feet.
Yeah, that's like $60 to $75 a square foot. So if you're opening a 5,000 square feet daycare, do the math based on this. And that's how much it can cost you.
Bigger daycares, if you have to do more partition, more walls, can also cost you a lot more.
A lot more as well.
So
timeline wise, one of the biggest things for me where I was getting pissed off was city's website advertises that if you're applying for tenant improvements, it's 11 weeks, 12 weeks?
8 to 12 weeks.
But how long did it take for us?
Our planner didn't even look at the plans until 12 weeks were passed. Because every time you email them, the response was that you have not exceeded your time limit.
Right.
Then we got super pissed off. I called my builder. He's a good friend of mine. He wrote a very aggressive email. Then we were able to expedite our thing because, not expedite technically.
Well, the city had to change our planner.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Then the city's planner changed, and then we were trying to just obviously be on top of it. Every single day we're emailing, they're responding. And then after, I think we got our permits about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Now we're finally on track within the 60 days to hopefully pass an inspection this month.
So we got permits 2 months ago, but what I was going to say is that is that 12-week timeline that's advertised correct? No, right? So we were just sitting in our office just like this one day, checking every day. Did we get the TIs? Did we get the TIs?
Yeah.
And it took its sweet time. And then what really was upsetting with the city is on one hand, they say that, there's a shortage of daycares. Right. We'll encourage you to open your daycare space and we'll be on top of it. The reality is they really just don't care.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be super, super aggressive with your messages with them too sometimes, because otherwise you're not getting...
And we were playing nice initially, thinking that, they'll respond. But then we're like, nah, this is not going to happen like this.
Right. So, but again, if you're opening one up, first of all, give us a call, 604-355-7001. If it's honestly just a question, it's not like I don't like to pick up calls and not help people. If there's a quick question, we're always ready to help.
Yeah.
But we also have a blueprint now, and we also have our own...
team that we put together for this.
Process of helping you and saving you thousands of dollars, and also saving you a lot of timeline, because now we know how to present your plans right away, so you have less revisions. Less revisions means better timeline. There's less variances that you have to ask. Less variances also make your application a lot more cleaner.
Yeah.
So we can help you do all
that. But here's the contrast too, right?
This is the contrast.
Even though it's frustrating because you're spending all this money, you're spending $10,000 to $15,000 just raw cost before you start seeing any money coming in for almost a year.
10 to 15 times 12.
Right? But if you were to go now buy a running daycare that has and there's so many on the market, they're evaluating at $20,000 to $25,000 per kid in just Surrey alone.
But I also think what's happening right now is a lot of people are coming into the market, especially new owners that have nothing to do with daycares. I don't think they're doing the math properly.
Yeah.
Because you also need to understand you can only charge that premium when the enrollment is done.
Correct.
if there's no enrollment, if there's no wait list, if it's a brand new daycare.
What I like to say is like a lot of people, when I talk to people too that want to get
Right.
into the daycare space, they're just jumping on like the bandwagon. Like, hey, everybody has a daycare, they're making so much money. Yeah, there is money in any business you put in effort into.
And it's
but
not
there's
like-
also, you got to have passion towards
yeah.
this business.
I think
Otherwise, you're going to fail.
I was just gonna say, like taking care of kids. I have no patience in me, so I truly can't be
I have
the
a lot
one,
of patience with my daughter. Yeah.
to say that I can run a daycare. If you are in this business, if you're not passionate, I think after 6 to 12 months, you are gonna be either selling a business.
Yeah.
Because a lot of businesses that are on sale right now, these are frustrated owners.
Yes, exactly.
This is the word that people use who are selling their daycares. The owners are frustrated. It's too much responsibility. They don't want to take that. They don't want to be a part of it. And that's truly why, when you're not passionate about something, it's temporary. It's like how our world works. Like we look at the shiny thing and we want to have it, but once you have it, you're like, oh fuck, we don't want it.
Right.
But if you're not passionate about this, then this is not a business you can be in for longevity.
Right.
And
So to summarize now, if somebody is watching this, they want to open a daycare. Here's the math you want to do. You want to figure out if you have enough financial feasibility to first pay the lease for up to 12 months without having the business license in place, which is around, if you're looking for, like, let's just take an example of 24 kids, 2,000 square feet. You're looking at about, doing quick math,
your math's not the best.
6,666 per month based on this math.
I'm just gonna make it feel
At
better.
$40 a square foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that's about $7,000 in lease. And then your construction cost will be around, like we said, $75 a square foot. So for 2,000 square feet, that's 100 to 125K. So if you have 2 to 250 saved up, then you can venture into this. And it's still a great opportunity for a lot of people that are contemplating either buying an existing license. Because
So
there's daycares
I'm gonna
selling
just
for
do a-
6 to 700K with same capacity.
Exactly. I'm just going to do a quick math for you guys. If you are planning on, if you have a residential daycare, you have 300K sitting in your house, HELOC. This is the best thing you can do in your business for yourself. You take the HELOC out, you either buy a property to rezone or you buy a property which is already zoned, which is commercial. If you can't buy it, lease a unit. For leasing a unit, it's going to be the most cost effective.
Yeah.
You need, again, as you mentioned, 250,000.
I'd say so.
This 250,000 is worth 650 to 675 in running capacity. For example, if you are about to go buy a running daycare, this is the price right now, which is the market value, which comes out to be 15,000 to 17,000 per kid,
Yeah.
which is no wait list. So for example, this is a brand new facility. If the daycare is running, you're looking at 22 to 25.
Right. One good thing happened out of all this this journey that we're on.
दिमाग शुरू हो गया चलना बस.
Not even that, bro. Like, I've met so many people now since we've made it this team. We know people that literally just lock down leases, spend the 150, 200, 250K, and then just flip the business.
Yeah.
I met a guy, obviously I was going to take the name, but I won't take the name because I just forgot this is a podcast that everybody's going to watch. Long story short,
I mean, even if you didn't say that,
he has flipped around 15 daycares in the last 5 years alone.
Yeah.
And that's all he does. He's not an ECE holder. No interest in the business.
He's a flipper.
He's a daycare flipper.
Yeah.
And he just sent me a deal today, this morning, something in West Van, 80 kids, about 2.4, 2.5 million. And he just wants my help reviewing a contract that he already got by himself. He's not even a licensed realtor, actually.
Yeah. And
so
if
there's that much demand for this kind of business.
Just to sum it up, if you are in this world of investing and you think real estate is a great way to, diversify your portfolio, great. Call me at 604-355-7001. But if you want to actually
Build wealth.
Not even wealth, if you also want to make a good profit, if you can also explore this idea, if you have a year to 12 to 18 months, we can sit down, we can make a plan for you, have you invest this money in 18 months, and we can tell you how much money you can expect back after. It's like a pre-sale, but you're the one who has a control for it.
Oh, wow.
So if you have any other questions, we're here to help.
So just a summary of what you just said, if you have 200 to 300K to invest in a property,
you can make 200 to 300K on top.
Within that same timeline or quicker, right? Yeah. Anyways, guys, that sums it up for today. Hopefully you guys found a lot of the questions answered that you didn't even know you had. If you have more questions about this topic, feel free to drop them in this video. We'll make individual videos to cover that topic as well. Any final thoughts about people that are trying to get into the daycare
You
business?
also have to be very patient. I am learning a lot of things about my patience levels. It gets tested almost every day.
It was just tested about 15 minutes before we started.
And your pockets go dry. But always remember, it can only be dry. I don't know where the fuck I was going. I was gonna say it can only get better. It can only get better.
The analogy is paise bhaave thode jaan mukde.
Yeah, that's Orla's line. Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.